Good morning, Bahrain Elementary. Today we're in my kitchen. Check it out, we're in my kitchen. We're gonna do a little cooking here today. And I'm gonna show you how to make Play-Doh. This is one of my favorite recipes. When I was a child growing up, my mom and I would make Play-Doh in the kitchen. So let me show you what we have here. So our Play-Doh recipe consists of a cup of flour, a half a cup of salt, 1 tablespoon of oil, a cup of water, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, and food coloring or flavor. And is all you have to do is cook that over low heat. So I have my salt, and I have my half a cup there, and I have my oil, and I have my 1 tablespoon ready for my oil. I have my 1 cup of water. I have my cream of tartar, which they sell them in these little packets at the store. And I found out for me to have 2 teaspoons, I needed to have 4 of those little packages. That gave me that. And then I had my 1 cup for my flour. And you put that all on the stove over low heat. I had it on 2, I had it on 3 for a while. And very quickly, look what I have. I have Play-Doh. Well, nobody likes white Play-Doh. And something that my mom and I always did when we made Play-Doh is we put food coloring in it. So we're gonna add some food coloring to our Play-Doh to give it a wonderful smell. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that in there. And we're gonna pour a little more. Oh, that's gonna be good. And ours is gonna smell like mint. And I'm gonna get that all in. I'm gonna stir that. I am definitely not a cooking show, but we're giving it a try. And then I've got my food coloring over here. We're gonna make some colors as well. So I think this is about ready. So I'm gonna set my phone down. I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna set my phone down here. Right there, I've got my buddy, the I'm the boss on. And we're gonna move this off the stove. And we're gonna get ready to add some food coloring in. Because again, oh, this smells so good. Oh, I love the smell of mint. It's fresh, feels like summertime's coming. And this is something that you could do with your mom or dad, or maybe even an older brother that's in middle school or high school, a brother or sister. They could help you make, I'm gonna put a little dash more. Ooh, who doesn't want it to smell good, right? I actually use my mint food coloring most often to put in milkshakes, vanilla milkshakes, because I like to make a mint milkshake, just like they used to do at McDonald's for St. Patrick's Day. That was my favorite thing, was to have a shamrock shake from McDonald's, because March is my birthday month, and I learned I could do it at home all by myself. So now that we have this big glob of Play-Doh. I'm gonna scoop the last little piece out of the bottom. And oh my gosh, it's so warm. Oh, I love it when it's warm. But we're actually gonna divide this up because I wanna make 2 different colors. And so we're going to put it in 2 different bowls. And I'm very worried that I'm gonna have colored hands here in a minute if I'm not careful. So I'm gonna have to be a little careful about adding our food coloring. And the first one we're gonna do is yellow. We're gonna make some yellow Play-Doh. And I'm gonna put a little hole in the middle. So you can see I put a little hole with my knuckle. And I'm gonna drop a couple drops in there. Yep. So that we can, and I'm gonna mush this around with my hands. I'm gonna have yellow hands by the time this is done. No doubt about it. Maybe I can use a spoon. And I'm gonna mush that around. And you can see it's already starting to get yellow. And I'm gonna have yellow Play-Doh. And I always like to put colors in my Play-Doh because it's no fun to play with Play-Doh that's not a color. Who wants white Play-Doh? And if it's not enough Play-Doh, you can make 2 batches so that you could put a little more yellow in there. Make it golden, golden, golden. Gonna look like an egg when I'm done here. It's gonna be the center of one of those fun yellow eggs that I eat for breakfast sometimes. And later on today, I thought we would go outside and we'll read a story outside. I don't know if you got to see last night our bedtime story, but I hope you did. I read a story with Chappie about a dog. And today I have a couple different choices to read. I haven't picked one just yet. Miss Rowe did a phenomenal job picking out some books for me to read this spring break. I always love going to the library and picking out books from Miss Rowe. And you know something right now, you can still email Miss Rowe. If you're having a hard time finding a book that you're interested in reading, you can email her. She is happy to help you pick out a book, and she can help make sure that it's a book that's available online so that you can read it with Mackin. Mackin Via is one of our online resources, and it's a great way to still read a book while you can't come to school. Okay, check it out. There is my yellow Play-Doh. Oh my gosh, and it's so warm right now. I love it. This is the best time to play with Play-Doh, is when it's warm. You can just knead it all around. But notice it doesn't stick to my hands. And I'm getting all that food coloring in there so that it's nice and bright. It reminds me of a lemon. Okay, we have our last color to do. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna use the same bowl, put the lid back on my food coloring, because the last thing I want is yellow food coloring all over my countertop. Ooh, that would not be good. Ooh, moms would not be happy if we did that. And I'm gonna throw my other half of Play-Doh in the bowl. And remember, this time again, I'm gonna make a little center, make it into like a little bowl so that I can put the food coloring in. Now I made yellow. What other color do you think I should make? Any ideas? Well, I'm gonna tell you the 2 colors I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use red and blue. What do you think we're gonna make if we put these 2 together? If you know what color red and blue are gonna make together, Miss Colburn will be very proud of you, because, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna make sure I put the same amount of both so I get the right color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blue. And I'm thinking actually that a fork might be a little easier. So I'm gonna start slowly mushing this in and wait for it. Oh, it's a big surprise. What color could it be? Right now you can't really tell. It's still all on the inside. It's gonna be a surprise. Oh, it's starting to show up. Oh. Can you start to see it? I'm just kneading it with my hands, kind of like I would if I was making dough for bread. Once I get that. Now I might need to put more food coloring in because I kind of want my Play-Doh to be bright. I definitely want it to have lots of color. So we may have to add a little bit more to really get the color I want. So right now it kind of looks, to be honest, it looks a little pink. I'm not going for pink. Oh, but it's so warm. Okay, I'm gonna make another little bowl so that I can put more food coloring in. I'm gonna do the same amount because I really want it to be bright. And that's the one thing about food coloring. You can add it slowly over time until you get just the right color. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think I got an extra drop in there. Ooh. But food coloring you do have to be careful with because it will stain. It's not like some of the markers nowadays that have washable. It is not washable, folks. So, and if you get it on your hands, before you get it all kneaded in, you're gonna have red and blue and yellow hands. And so that's why I'm using a fork and I'm doing it in a bowl that's high enough that it's not gonna spill out the sides, because the last thing I wanna do is get it on the counter and make a mess. Looks like I got it in there good enough for a little while. But you can see the blue there on the side. That's not rubbed in good enough. And I can just keep adding food coloring until I get it the color that I want. That's the wonderful thing about Play-Doh. You can just keep adding. But when you're done, you can see there some of it looks marbled even, kind of a little bit. And sometimes if there's little bumps in the Play-Doh, it's because I didn't stir it enough when it was in the bowl. So it's important to stir a lot when you have it on the stove. But when you're done, you wind up having yellow and purple Play-Doh, our school colors. Yes! And it's a perfect color to make right now because it's the month of the military child, and we're getting ready to purple up on April 15th and again on April 22nd, because we're gonna do it twice because that's how good we are, because we love our military connected children here at Bahrain Elementary. So I hope for you, you have an activity to do this afternoon. You can get your cookie cutters out. You can do all kinds of different things. I have my camel cookie cutter, so I'm going to sit and I'm gonna make camels with my Play-Doh, and I'm gonna have a great afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful day, and let me know how your Play-Doh turns out or what color you made your Play-Doh. Have a great day, you guys.